Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video, and this is my my preview for round one of the Shannons SpeedSeries for 2024. Now, I did say in my plans video, I think it was last month, that I want to be more because of more involved with the SpeedSeries. More content with the SpeedSeries, because I found out that there's not much content on the Shannons SpeedSeries, and I feel like it's I'm going to say it again and defending it. It's a fantastic the series, that the racing series that is involved in the SpeedSeries is some of the best series. I know it's not like in the level of supercars and whatnot, but it's up there as well, and I still think it should be not enough eyeballs on it, and I hope with this channel, hopefully some other supercars fans or some other fans can watch these videos and pay attention to the SpeedSeries and become those type of fans. So this weekend is at Sandown, at Sandown Raceway for the Race Sandown event. And the series that is going to be at the first round is, of course, the first round of the Super Cheap Auto TCR Australia series. Then you got the Trico Trans Am series, which is a new sponsorship for that series, which is a series that is my favorite it's my favorite because in terms of sound, it got the thunderous roar of those V8 engines. I can't wait to rustle around a bit. And of course, you got the Australian Production Car Series as well, and then of course you got Australian Formula Open, which those two series, the Australian Production Car Championship, well, I've heard a little bit about, but the Australian Formula Open Championship I've never heard of. So that's pretty exciting, really, to delve into those and see what they're all about. This weekend at Sandown. Look at the entry list here. I could only grab the entry list for TCR Australia and the Trans Ams for this weekend. That's the only ones I could find. To be honest. Firstly, looking for a TCR. I mean, there's of course you got the reigning champion in Josh Buchan. It says, I'm confused. I walked on the Wikipedia page. Apparently, he's gonna drive the Elantra sedan TCR car for the season. But when I looked up on the TCR Australia website, where the entry list here, it says he's running the i30 hatchback, the i30R TCR version of it. So I don't know exactly what happened with the Elantra. I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, and obviously he's got a new teammate in Englishman Tom Oliphant. I don't know what happened to Bailey Sweeney. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he cracked the shit. I don't know if he had already plans to leave the team at the end of 2023 anyways. I know he led the championship for much of 2023 and then lost it in the final race, mate, or simply maybe just cracked the shits and just basically left the team. I don't know a thing about it. But yeah. But much of the usual suspects return. You got Tony D'Alberto there. You got Dylan O'Keefe. You got Aaron Cameron, Jordan Cox, Ben Barkwana, Zach Suter. All these regulars that have been in for more than a couple of years now, and plus also some rookies as well. Entering there, of course, Clay Richards, of course, son of Steve. Son of Steve Richards. He is going to be entering into the Cooper Leon this weekend in the Carl Cox Motorsport entry out of the team Melbourne Performance Centre banner as well. Another rookies, of course, is Glenn Nguyen, who is the teammate or who's going to be teammates with Zach Suter. He is going to be running I think he's running. I'm trying to think of what car he's running. I think he's running the 2017 version of the Audi RS3, while Zach Suter's the only one that's running the 2021 version of the Audi for this season. Because the notable absence, of course, is Will Brown. Obviously, he's not going to be racing again in TCR this year. What's the bet that this time next year he comes back and races full time? But maybe Triple Eight Race Engineering probably has gone. No, Ben. No, Will. No, you're not going racing TCR. So yeah. And then you got Ryan Casher, which I don't, to be honest, I don't know a bit about him. I don't know anything about these rookies. Maybe I'll learn it at some point over this weekend as well. And then also a new team as well in 99 Racing, 99 Motorsport, which is quite an interesting name. With former development series driver once upon a time, or should I say DJR development series driver once upon a time in Marcus Liddell is going to be racing the 2017 version of the Audi RS3 TCR car for this season. Of course, the number 99 as well. So yeah, and then obviously, of course, you got Dylan O'Keefe, who just recently, about a week ago, announced that he was going to be riding the Ashley Suburb Race Motorsport Lincoln Co. So that means that there's no Alfa Romeos in this field this year, which is unfortunate, really, for all of us, really. But yeah, and then moving on to the Trans Ams here. Bless me, got hay fever. There's some pretty big names actually that are going to race this weekend in Trans Am. You got Ben Grice. You got Ben Grice there. You got Jordan Boys. You got James Moffat racing for GRM. Tim Slade, James Golding. So many supercars drivers going to be in this as well, including Todd Hazelwood, who recently, if you've been living under a rock, we all know what's happened with the Erebus Brody Kostecki deal. He's going to be riding the Bathurst 500 in place of Brody Kostecki as well. And obviously some other drivers as well. Like, of course, Nash Morris, the son of Paul Morris, is going to be enters another season in Trans Am as well. So and then a couple of other names there as well, there. So pretty interesting field. As I said, I couldn't find the entry list for the Australian Production Car Championship and for Australian Formula Open. I couldn't find them on the internet. And I tried to find on their separate websites and it just didn't have them. So I just gave up on that for now. So first off, so for the track schedule, I'll delve into that now. I want to delve into that now. So track schedule. So the track schedule for Friday. I'm having a bit of a trouble here. Having a trouble here. I'm having a bit of trouble here. Here we go. So yeah. So So it all starts. So the track action on Friday, tomorrow, as I'm recording this, starts at 10 a.m. with the first practice session for the Formula Open series, which that goes for 20 minutes. If it goes for 20 minutes, and then another 20-minute session this time for the first practice session for Trans Am. Trans Am that starts at 10:30, so a 10-minute break between Formula Open and Trans Am. The Australian production cars, they go out at 11 this time. This practice session goes for half an hour, and they only have one practice session as well, leading into qualifying on that same day as well, which I'll get to in a bit. And then it's not until 20 to 12 where the TCR Australia cars go out on circuit for the first time in 2024 for a half an hour first practice session. Then Formula Open have their second practice session. I'm trying to. It's not working for me here again. I don't know why I'm having troubles with this. I'm having so much troubles with this. I don't know why. Oh, it's freaking bloody frustrating here. I'm just gonna do this. So yeah. So then. I'm having troubles with this here. I'm just gonna use the website here, because I'm having troubles with my notes here, and some technical difficulties. But yeah, and then Formula Open have their second practice session at 20 past 12. That goes for 20 minutes as well. Then another 20-minute practice session for Trans Am at this time at 10 to 1. Then the Australian production cars have their qualifying session, so the first real qualifying session for the season, for the Speed Series, pretty much for 2024, which is going to be the Australian Production Car Championship, which will be on at 20 past 1. Goes for half an hour to see who grabs the first pole position of the year for the Australian Production Car Championship. Then the second practice session for the TCR Australia series, which will be on at 2, and then the final on-track action for the day, which is at 20 to 3, believe it or not, for the Australian Formula Open series, which had their third practice session late in the day. Which surprisingly the on-track action ends around about 3. So basically that's about 5 hours worth of 5 hours of track action. So not a lot, but I think you'll get the gist of that there. Saturday, moving to Saturday, the Australian. So the first off, the Australian Production Car Championship. And these are all based on, it's not definite these start times for these races. The Australian Production Car Championship has their first race of the season at 20 past 9 in the morning. And then the Trans Am series has its first qualifying session of the year at 10 o'clock, and then the two-part qualifying session for TCR Australia. I think I'm trying to work out what their qualifying format is. I know race 2 is a reverse grid. I think. Race 2 is a reverse grid. I know that. So I think the first qualifying session is for race 1. The third qualifying session, I think, is for the third race. I think that's what the format is for TCR Australia in terms of qualifying. So it'll go for around about half an hour with a 5-minute break. With a 5-minute break in between, so the first qualifying session goes for 15 minutes, and then straight afterwards there'll be another qualifying session that goes for 10 minutes. Formula Open has their first practice session. It has their first qualifying session, I should say, for the year. Qualifying session for the year, which would be according to this at 20 to 12 will be their qualifying session, which I think that's the last of the qualifying sessions for that weekend, for the weekend. Then you have, of course, the traditional the grid walk, for the Trans Ams. I wish I would have been there. Wish I would have been there for that, to see those Trans Am cars myself. But yeah, so it goes for 20 minutes or so. Then at about these have asterisks next to their name, considering how long the formation lap is, based off of that. But at 25 to 1 will be the start of it will be the first race of the season for Trans Am, and then about quarter past 1 will be quarter past 1 on Saturday will be the first race of the Super G Auto TCR Australia Championship, which will go for about half an hour. Hopefully, it's going to be an absolute ripper down there at Sandown Raceway. Just imagine, what's it going to be? What's it going to be with those turbo cars going around Sandown, a track like Sandown? I think it'll be fantastic. Then I think the third and final race. I think it's the third and final race. It's the third race. So I thought they had 3 races, but it's actually 4. The third race for the Australian production cars will be at 5 to 2. We'll start at 5 to 2. It would be half an hour. Duration in minutes, probably half an hour. We don't know in laps, pretty much. So yeah, and then it's a long race, pretty much. Then at about 25 to 3 will be the first race of the season for the Formula Open Championship. For that, and then the final race, the final a bit of on-track action for Saturday is the second race of the Trans Am series, which will start at 5 past 3 and approximately maybe go to about 3:30, and that's when the track action ends. Then finally we move on to Sunday. A bit of a late start with this one, of course, because it's Sunday. The on-track action starts at 12:34 at 25 to 1 on Sunday for the second race of the Formula Open Championship. Then at 10 past 1 will be the final race of the weekend for the Australian production cars. Yeah. Then the grid, and then another grid walk, just like the one on Saturday, but this time it features the TCR cars. Then of course the TCR Australia Series has their second race, which I think is the reverse grid. I don't know if they change. As far as I know, the second race is the reverse grid, I think. So yeah, which will start at 5 past 2. Then it starts about 5 past 2. Then the Trans Ams have their final race of the weekend at 20 to 3. And then the TCR Australia Series has its final race of the weekend. This one a much later race at 20 past 3. And 20 past 3, and then the final bit of on-track action, not just for the day, but for the whole weekend as a whole, is the Formula Open champion. Is the final race of the Formula Open for Formula Open, which will start at 4 which is much later than the on-track action it ends for Friday and Saturday, but of course it's Sunday, so obviously it goes a lot later than that. Obviously, before I move into my predictions, obviously for the two main series in TCR and Trans Am, because that's those ones that I've watched before. The other two I haven't. Is basically so. As you guys don't know, for the last couple of years, the Speed Series. The reason why you guys haven't been fans of it that much is because it had the last few years been on Stand Sport, with it shown rarely on the Nine Network. This one is different because the client votes at Channel 7 decided we're gonna pick this up. We're gonna pick this series up. And I instantly went, yoo-hoo! I was happy as this pig in shit when that announced. I was like, finally, because this is a series I actually like, and what's the point in me being a fan of it if I can't basically watch it? And now I can, and it's not only going to be on 7, also it's going to be on 7 Plus as well, which no need for paid subscription bullshit. It's free. It's free, pretty much. Yeah, as I said, all you need to do to sign up with all you need to do is to sign up with 7 Plus is basically have your email address, make a password, boom, there you go. Watch everything on 7 Plus. In my case, it's sport. It's sport, American drama shows, and home and away. In this case, so back on the broadcast schedule. So on the Saturday on 7 Plus, it'll be from 9:55 a.m., which it's gonna be a long one for me. To 3:40 p.m., which is, I believe they'll recap the day's action pretty much, because I think the last bit of racing action I said would be around, I think it's around about 3. I said, yeah, 3:30. So yeah, 3:30. So a bit of recapping on the day's action, and then on 7 Mates, it's gonna be just compact. It's gonna be from 12:30. Going to be from 12:30 to 2:30. So basically, I think after the TCR race, I believe. So 3:40. So 2:30. So it's in. So 2:30. So after the production car race. So after the third. It's the third production car race. That's when the 7 Mate broadcast cuts from there. I thought they would do it. They would do it after the TCR race ends, but I don't think. But they're not going to do that. And then on the Sunday, very, very different, obviously. All day action. So pretty much 7 Plus, all day action. While on 7 Mate, it's just a bit of compact, pretty much, only just the 2 hours on the Sunday from 2 to 4 on 7 Mate. So if you guys are looking to watching it, you might as well have 7 Plus, which I do have. So obviously, I'm going to be watching that on 7 Plus. And I'm so looking forward to it as well. My predictions for first off with TCR, you can't go past Josh Buchan. Obviously, he ended the season with the house on fire, winning the championship, stealing it from under his then teammate Bailey Sweety's nose. But a real dark horse for some reason. I'm looking at Dylan O'Keefe on that in that Lincoln Co. In that Lincoln Co. car. I mean, Tom Oliphant, when he was driving for him last year, he was actually pretty good. In those, and I think he drove it. I think in about a couple of races. I'm gonna try and search that up now. I think it was a couple of races. I think he. Let me try and find it. He raced it in a couple of rounds. Raced 4 rounds. Spent the second round at Phillip Island, and then raced it from about round 5 to round 7 from Sandown onwards to and also the 2 TCR World Tour rounds as well at SMP and of course the Bathurst International. So I wouldn't be surprised if Dylan O'Keefe somehow gets a win. Maybe gets a win throughout the weekend, or maybe gets 2 wins throughout that weekend. I know Buchan will get one of them, and I don't know, but it seems like it's a very competitive field in TCR this year, which is basically good. Trans Am, I've no idea. The 3 most likely, I think, to win races this weekend. Nash Morris, I think is a bit of a dark horse for the win. The three supercars drivers, obviously Tim Slade, James Golding, and Todd Hazelwood will definitely be up there, as well as James Moffat. Obviously, also I think he's the I'm trying to figure out who won the Trans Am Championship. I think it was Moff, I believe, as well. But yeah, and the other 2 series, I've no idea because I don't have the freaking entry list for it. But yeah, but anyway, so that's pretty much it for this video. I'll try and get this out before the on-track action begins tomorrow. As I'm recording this on a Thursday. So like this video. Share it. Please share this to anybody who's an Australian motorsport fan. Please share this around, because I want to try and get more Shannons SpeedSeries content on this channel, and more on YouTube in general as well, because there's not enough of it to be not enough of it, to be honest, and lack thereof, to be honest. Yeah, so please share this around. Comment down below. Comment down below. Do you think that you will watch? Is anybody here? Speed Series fans, are you gonna watch it now? Now you can actually watch it now on free-to-air TV. Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And lastly, somewhere down there. Click on the big red button which is labeled subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. But until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later.